the problem is centered in what I call a profound reality. So for the last 35 years, organizations, in order to protect or prevent a data breach, right, they layered different cybersecurity products together. And when we look at the four pillars of cybersecurity, what do we look at? Prevention, detection, remediation, and response, right? So you could have an endpoint security solution. You could have a two-factor authentication scheme, right? You could have all these different products layered together and still get breached. And you're saying, well, why is this happening? And the problem is those products don't typically thread together. Traditional layered cybersecurity solutions do not stop a modern attacker. When you have distributed remote work and multi-cloud environments and you have no perimeter, you have to take that, what we call privileged access management view, to make sure that the right person on the right device from the right location has access to authorized websites, applications, and systems. So what that means is you need to have authorization, authentication, and encryption across every human and machine. These are the core activities that we see when we do our census reports, when we actually ask CISOs what keeps them up at night or what their daily activities are. This is it. Rotating passwords, rotating credentials, right? Protecting infrastructure, making sure that we operate in a zero trust and zero knowledge environment, track everything, right? Implement role-based access control policies, and make sure that everything is completely locked down. Making sure that an authorized person on an authorized device at an authorized point in time has access to the systems, applications, and databases that they only need access to for a specific reason and a specific point in time. And when they're done, that's revoked. We call it least privilege access or zero standing privilege. You need to think about platforms instead of products. You have to unify otherwise disparate IT solutions or identity and access management solutions into one ubiquitous platform. That takes everything and makes it under one seamless and elegant pane of glass. So now you have visibility, control, compliance, reporting, right, and event logging on every user and every device. This is an example of taking what would otherwise be disparate, isolated software products and unifying them into a single unified platform. We have the end users. This is everybody inside the organization, okay? On the left-hand side, this is my technology and IDP stack, my identity stack. What do I mean by that? If you're running any SAML-compliant IDP like Okta, Centrify, Ping, any of the others, Intra ID or Active Directory, you'll see this here, okay? Now, these four boxes that you see that are yellow, these are typically isolated solutions that you buy separately. But in a platform, they're unified. People are protected with password management, and machines are protected with secrets management. You cannot have, if you're an organization and you want to build a cybersecurity strategy and a framework, it is impossible. I'm going to say this very clearly. It is impossible to have pervasive cybersecurity and effective cybersecurity protection if you don't have password security. Protect the humans with password management, protect the machines with secrets management. Now that you've got the payload, let's say in a vault architecture, completely encrypted, you've got your role-based access control policies, you've got all your teams, everything's hooked in to your IDP. Now you need to gain secure access into the infrastructure. We call that Zero Trust Network Access, or ZTNA. If you're accessing internal infrastructure, you use encrypted connections. If you're accessing external resources, we call that tunneling. And if you're using a browser session, we want your browser session, in essence, to be invisible. We call that remote browser isolation, all unified. Then what's the next step? If you're an IT admin, if you're a DevOps engineer, sometimes you have to change admin privileges for a user. You remove or revoke local admin and you reassign it to another individual with just-in-time access, meaning this user, as we talked about, least privilege or zero standing privilege, it does not persist. So the key here is that individuals in an organization should only have access to websites, applications, and systems when and where they need it. And that everything that they're doing in the environments is logged and recorded down to the keystroke. On the right-hand side, this is the admin console. This is your pane of glass. I have complete visibility over every user on every device at every location. I have logs on everything that's happening inside my organization. I also can layer in things like visibility and analytics, advanced reporting and alerts. Then we've got security audits. We have event logs. We talked about that. We have compliance, SIM integration. That should be completely seamless. So any type of security information and event management system, Splunk, Sumo, Logarithm, should be covered. Then you have dark web threat tracking, all built into the application. So if you have credentials inside your organization right now that match the credentials that are being bought and traded among cyber criminals, how do you know? You should know instantly. The user should know instantly on the device via an alert. The admin should know instantly so you can take immediate action and rotate those credentials to protect the organization and the account. We can analyze all the data, all the user data. But here's where the future is. The future is every single user inside this platform has a profile. And the system parameterizes your usage. And it knows that this individual has access to this system and this is how she operates her day. Well, what happens when she takes an action inside the environment that is in violation of those parameters? Take it a step further. Not only does it report the adverse user behavior to the IT admin, if it's severe enough, the agentic AI knows instantly lock down the user's session, terminate the user's session, right? And that's the future. So immediate incident response and remediation without you doing anything. There's no prompts to enter. It's agentic. So this is it in a nutshell. I know I talked a lot today, but I just wanted to say thank you.